But the human shields, yeah, we're going to obliterate entire hospitals because there are human shields in there. How does that even work? So if someone kidnaps someone in this country, let's just say, puts them in a hospital, we're going to blow up the whole hospital? Like, how are you even defending this still? It's just, it's outrageous.
I mean, we don't do that, and neither does Israel.
We don't do that.
How on earth is Israel, a very competent military state, committing genocide in Gaza, and yet the population in Gaza has gone up?
Israel is in the right and Hamas is in the wrong. It's really just as simple as that. And throughout this entire war, there have been people in the media who have given their views on both sides of the issue, have debates. But I would say that one of my personal favorites is Julia Hartley-Brewer over here, because she is so entertaining and so funny. And she takes the pro-Hamas guests that she has and she just squashes them. She uses her British humor and just completely annihilates them. It's just very entertaining to watch. Sometimes you just gotta laugh. And so let's take a look at this clip over here where she's speaking to an associate professor who is very clearly on the side of Hamas. And she does what she does. So we'll watch this clip together and then talk about it. But first, hit that subscribe button over there in the corner. We'd love to stay in touch. Check this out.
What is this moralism? I mean, it's not a murderous.
What do you mean, what is this moralism?
Is it any more murderous than the Americans who are financing the genocide in Palestine? Absolutely not.
Sorry, the Americans... Sorry, the Americans are responsible for genocide in Palestine?
The Americans are... Wait, so Julia, did you just wake up?
No, I literally didn't hear what you said because it was so visible. Sorry.
No, it's not. The Americans finance, defend diplomatically to the hilt. They're
Israel, the state of Israel, yes.
Of course.
As we should all defend the state of Israel.
Okay, yes, the murderous regime.
Regime.
You're the only person who still defends that.
I'm the only person who still defends Israel.
That is outside of the state of Israel. The only thing people will remember you for, Julia, is your, vociferous defense of mass murder.
I would be proud if the only thing I was remembered for was my defense of the only democratic state in the Middle East. I would die proud.
Of the Holocaust in Gaza. That's what you'll be known for.
There's not a Holocaust in Gaza. There's not a genocide in Gaza.
What's the sorry, defend it is
Ashok, you're supposedly, I mean, it always starts nicely, our conversations, doesn't it? You're an associate professor at a university.
Yes.
Do you know what the meaning of genocide means? Do you know what the meaning of Holocaust means? What is the population of Gaza now, as opposed to October the 7th, 2023?
This is just standard line.
No, it's a reasonable question. Israel is a massive they are a strong military power with amazing capability. If there was a genocide in Gaza, their population would have gone down,
and said that it was a genocide. The UN came out yesterday and said it was a genocide.
Have you seen that report? Have you read it?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. How many times does it mention hostages?
Why does that matter?
How many times does it mention the October the 7th massacre?
Why should it?
How many times does it mention tunnels?
The genocide is occurring.
How many times does it mention human shields?
Genocide is occurring. But the human shields, yeah, we're going to obliterate entire hospitals because there are human shields in there. How does that even work? So if someone kidnaps someone in this country, let's just say, puts them in a hospital, we're going to blow up the whole hospital? Like, how are you even defending this still? It's just, it's outrageous.
I mean, we don't do that, and neither does Israel.
We don't do that.
How on earth is Israel, a very competent military state, committing genocide in Gaza, and yet the population in Gaza has gone up?
The population hasn't gone up. Where are you getting that data from? From the Israeli state? All of
Where are you getting your data from? Hamas terrorists?
What do you mean Hamas terrorists? It's been backed up by every single international organization.
Has it?
And yeah, but they don't allow any journalists in there. That's the game they play.
There are plenty of journalists in there. You don't trust Al Jazeera?
They don't allow any outside journalists in there.
Al Jazeera is in. Al Jazeera is in.
Yeah, all of their reporters have been murdered by
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they
have.
Al
Jazeera has reporters in.
They've killed more reporters in Gaza.
Most of them, well, actually, an awful lot of them have actually been Hamas operatives. Some of them are actually involved in the October 7th massacre.
There's no evidence of that.
Ashok, you're literally...
You're a mouthpiece for the Israeli state.
I'm a mouthpiece for the Israeli state.
You're just a mouthpiece.
You're a mouthpiece for terrorists, then.
You haven't said one critical thing. You're a mouthpiece for a terrorist state.
I'm literally stating facts that are provable. They're objective. How is there a genocide? And why would Israel be so uniquely incompetent at committing genocide in Gaza?
They're competently doing it. They've obliterated every single building that's above 4 floors. Like, why 93% of buildings have been destroyed in Gaza.
That's not true. Rafah is completely destroyed. Why was it destroyed? Because all of the buildings were booby-trapped with IEDs by Hamas.
All of the buildings were booby-trapped. You really believe that?
In Rafah, yeah.
You actually believe every single building in Rafah was booby-trapped?
Hamas have been pretty open about this stuff, mate. They film it.
Not even Israel's saying this. Who's saying this?
I think you'll find the military are making that very clear. Ashok.
Yeah.
What do you make of Keir Starmer recognising a Palestinian state and saying he could... Wait for the question.
Yeah.
Waiting until after Trump has left the country because he knows that's something that Donald Trump will disapprove of. Does that show he's got a spine or that he's more of a poodle?
Obviously, Starmer's a spineless, obsequious factotum. It doesn't even matter. But the point is that, we've continued to do surveillance over Gaza on behalf of Israel. We've continued to arm Israel. We've continued to train Israeli soldiers.
Of their aid.
And now we're going to recognize Palestine. What does it mean to recognize Palestine when they've destroyed any remnants of what could be Palestine? So it doesn't mean anything. It's just, it's meaningless.
So they shouldn't do it then?
Well, do it if you want. Don't do it if you don't. But if you want to really have an impact, stop arming and stop surveilling on behalf of Israel.
But 1%,
the genocide.
1% of arms to Israel come from the UK. I mean, we've already got an arms embargo. For goodness' sake, it doesn't make any difference. The Israelis are able to continue.
30% of the munition of the materials for the F-35, which is the main jet that flies and bombs Gaza, including 2,000 bombs, including 2,000-pound bombs that obliterate everything within a 100-yard radius. Are delivered to Israel by Britain, that are produced in Britain. So we could stop doing that.
We could stop doing that. And do you think that would make a difference when Israel are fighting an existential war against Hamas terrorists? Do you think?
Existential war by murdering 25,000 children? Probably that's the official.
The official figure. No, it's a Hamas figure.
Unofficial.
It's a Hamas figure.
Everything Hamas. That's just so tired. No one buys that anymore.
Where do you think the figures come from?
You call everything Hamas. UN is Hamas.
UN is a Hamas apologist, yes. Where do you think the figures come from?
Do you just become Hamas the minute
Where do the figures come from?
Stop murder?
Where do you think the figures come from?
Every single international organization backs the figures up. No, but then they don't allow any outside journalists in. So then anything that comes out.
How would journalists collate the numbers? That's not the journalists don't collate the numbers of deaths.
So they can kill as many people as they want, and you can just say all of it is Hamas. So any information that's coming out of Gaza is Hamas? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's a statement of fact. There is no information that comes out.
Therefore, there's no legitimacy, no deaths happening. There's nothing bad happening.
I never claimed that at all.
Because everything coming out of there is Hamas.
Do you not think it's strange that we see so much footage?
It's utterly disgusting that you see so much video, so much footage, live streaming a genocide.
Isn't it? It's
every day.
We see live streaming, we see horrible images of terrible, terrible tragedies, terrible deaths of children and innocent civilians. Do you think it's strange that we never see any footage ever of Hamas soldiers being killed or being treated in hospital, despite the fact that even on Hamas's own figures, it's believed, quoting those figures, we're looking at 23,000 Hamas fighters.
Hamas's own figures are saying that they have 23,000
Hamas, when they have funerals and they celebrate the lives of their own martyrs, it's a bit of a giveaway that there are people who are being killed by Israeli rockets.
Where is that being shown?
You need to go and do a bit more research. I can put you in touch with some people who've done lots of that research.
Sure.
Yeah, I just think maybe if you just stop just talking to people who are just waving Hamas flags in Westminster.
Maybe if you just stop talking to the Israeli consulate, then maybe...
I don't get my information from the Israeli government. I get it from independent military.
That's even sadder. You're doing it without even getting any personal benefits. It's just shocking.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do I get paid to give my opinions, Ashok? Am I being paid by the Israeli government?
You're getting paid right now.
I'm being paid, but I don't get paid to give any particular opinion. I have my opinions based on the facts as I see them.
Yeah, well.
You're
the only person, literally.
Literally not the only person.
Yeah, everyone has conceded ground. You haven't conceded an inch.
No, everyone hasn't. Everyone
Tell me
that
one
you
thing you'd be
speak
critical
to.
of
You work in... I've been critical of the West Bank. I've been critical of various policies. I certainly hold no candle for Benjamin Netanyahu or indeed the two right-wingers in his government. Is that enough for you?
No, it's not enough.
No, of course it's not. Of course it's not. I'm going to have to leave us here, but only because we're over time. Ashok, I do think, because I make it a point of mine to actually talk to and listen to and read people who disagree with me. I think that you should really try doing that, and you might learn a bit more. 11:48 is the time.
Yes, and the combatant to civilian ratio is still something that is extraordinarily low today. And that's been confirmed by people like John Spencer, who is one of the world's leading experts on urban warfare, that says Israel has done an exemplary job, something that the rest of the world's militaries could learn from in their conduct in this particular urban warfare. So again, every civilian casualty that happens, no matter what side it's on, is a tragedy. Civilians never deserve to die. It's an unfortunate part of war, a very unfortunate part of war. At the same time, who bears responsibility for those civilian deaths on the Palestinian side? It's strictly Hamas. Hamas could end this war today, return the hostages, renounce governance, and the war is over. It could have been over a long time ago, but they're keeping it going. If you like this content overall, hit that subscribe button over there in the corner. We'd love to stay in touch. Take care.